Please say who you are.
Right, I'm Pete Binding, and I was involved in the MANSTON Airport group 10 years ago when the airport was being privatised, and we fought a lot of these issues at the time, and here we are 10 years later, back in the same boat. We're really no further forward. And I want to query the way that you're handling this, not this meeting, but the way that this is all being dealt with. And I guess this is a question perhaps for Mr. Harrison, or Councillor Harrison. What a lot of people aren't aware of is that the airport doesn't have planning permission. It was a military airport and it didn't need planning permission. When it was privatised, they used a loophole in the planning system to hand it into private ownership without planning permission. And two individuals, local individuals, one of whom sitting on my left here, went to court over this. They went to the High Court, they went to the Appeal Court. And the judge basically agreed that it didn't need planning permission. So we lost on that, which was quite painful. However, in the court, it was quite clearly said that at any later stage, if there was a significant increase or change in the nature of use of the airport, that is the point at which planning permission would be required. And the question here is why the council is allowing this to be dealt with as some little sub-clause of the 106, which incidentally has not been enforced in a whole range of respects over the years. So to say that you have to comply with this one little clause is ridiculous when the rest of it hasn't been complied with. I mean, in 10 years, it hasn't been redrafted. Whose fault is that? We're constantly told that
Harrison and White.
Well, we're constantly told that it's INFRATIL or Wiggins or someone else is holding things up. Well, if they won't renegotiate it, why should you have to comply with that clause that allows them to apply for these night flights? These night flights need planning permission. It needs to go through the planning system, not through this little loophole. And that ties in with the jobs thing, because what's being said here is that INFRATIL have come forward with this plan to create all these thousands of jobs, millions of flights. They have not. They produced a master plan. They haven't put that before the council as a planning application, as they're free to do. If they want to come forward with a planning application for expansion of the airport, they can do that. But they haven't. What they're doing is on the side saying, oh, well, we could create all of these jobs, but we're not going to put a planning application in for that. What we want from you, though, is permission to do the night flights. And the big danger of that is that what you end up with is night flights and only night flights. I noted Councillor Harrison's comments that people were basically scaremongering and saying that in his opinion, oh, this wasn't just going to happen overnight and we wouldn't get a load of night flights straight away. You can't know that. You don't know that. And we are entitled to be told, everyone's entitled to be told, what is the worst case scenario here? And I say the worst case scenario is that you could have a minimum of 7.7 night flights, but you could have more, because the application says that the 7.7 night flights is an average. And that's just the scheduled ones. They can carry on with as many ad hoc night flights as they want. So I think we're entitled to know what is the worst case scenario before anyone agrees to this.
Another year wasted.